everybody. Hey, happy Easter, happy new spring, happy renewal. And if I tried, I could maybe name all the different terms we've had for when winter ends and spring begins. Maybe that's just happy, happy, joy, joy, because this winter has been a bitch. Every time I wanted to do something, I'd look outside and there was 6 inches to 3 feet of snow. And it isn't that it happened every day. It's just that, you know, in the busyness of life, you've got 2 or 3 or 4 things going on at the same time. Right? Yeah, me too. So, when you set up a day and you're trying to get something done, well, I'm very happy that spring has sprung. And I'm not saying that it's warm and beautiful weather and all of that, but, you know. So, the one thing I wanted to share with all of you was we have a bunch of different choices facing us. But the biggest choice is, how do we renew ourselves? How do we find a way to make us renew us? And it's not bad if you don't know. Okay. What I want you to do is, well, not while you're driving, but kind of close your eyes and think about who you are emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. At least those areas. Now, those that have followed me and I teach and other stuff, they know that I see us as having 12 parts of ourselves. But if you just take a minute and think about who you are emotionally, who you are mentally, which is different, who you are spiritually, and who you are physically, and see if you like it. You can go to one of my books and use the float technique that I talk about if you want to get into some really deep stuff. But maybe you don't have to do that. Maybe everything is just perfect. And if it is, I want to take your workshop. So, we all have to find our level, our purpose, our buoyancy to get through our lives. And looking like spring showers may bring flowers, who knows? But like I said, it's not a sunny day. But I wanted to give you the opportunity to think about what that might look like for you. So, of course, you all know that I'm on the political campaign, so I kind of look at things through that lens right now. And so I was going through, I did a deep search into the congressional report as well as other government agencies. And it seems that they forget that we're human beings. That they come up with programs and policies, and they kind of forget that there's humans on the other side of that. And so while we're going to keep going and we're going to keep doing, because that's what human beings have done. It doesn't matter what government it is or religion it is or whatever it is. We have moved forward. And we have history. I mean, calendars that go back 50,000 years. So there are people that claim that, you know, the earth has only been here for about 8,000 years. I know those people exist. I just don't let my grandkids play with them. So we all have growth. We all have potential. And so I want to give you the opportunity to give yourself permission, if you will, to just kind of take a slow, good look. And yeah, maybe you should have done this last week so you're all ready for this time of renewal. Yeah. Along with the dishes and the groceries and the job and the bills and all that other stuff. So, but at least on this day of renewal, on this day of resurrection, let's try to bring ourselves up. Let's try to bring our beingness up to a level that we can love and enjoy being in. So once you've evaluated that, because I can hear some of you going, well, what do I do within? Well, the how part of it, okay? You don't need a guru. I hope you still need me, but you don't need someone to fix you. You can fix yourself. There's enough information out there. There's some great books. There's one from the 60s called You Can Heal Your Life with Louise Hay. There's a number of methodologies to, once you figure out, that doesn't exactly feel right. Well, then you can dive in and try and find what the feel right is. And so when you're in the process of feeling right, when you're trying to feel right, hi everybody, a bunch of people jumped on. So when you're in the process of trying to feel right about yourself, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically, don't hang up on what you did or what you didn't do or what you used to do or what you could have done or what, hell, move forward. We have all made boo-boos in the past. All of us. So what? I made mistakes like it was a religious experience. I mean, like something I did every day. Luckily, now that I've gotten older, it's not so often. And I'm still here. I'm still moving forward. I'm still running for the Senate. I'm still writing books. I'm still visiting people in other countries. Life, man, I don't know if I would have to just quit if I had a number of days in a row where everything went perfectly. I think I would maybe start to freak out, because in our lives, in our news, in our society, things don't always work out, but how you respond to them, that's up to you. And I'm not saying that there's something wrong with getting upset, getting angry, protesting, doing whatever you feel you need to do, as long as you're not hurting somebody else when you're doing it. And I wish the people on the other side of this that we've been talking about felt the same way. I'm trying to read the notes. I kind of feel like a dog. A squirrel! So I can't really do that while I'm driving. Being able to share with you while I have this hour-long trip to go see a dentist tomorrow. But I don't want to have to get up only so somebody can jerk on my teeth. So I'm driving into that area. And that's what I'm doing. And I'll let you know how that goes. But so whether you have something that you need help to fix, or you have something that requires fixing, there's a lot of good help out there. And guess what? A lot of it could be right next to you. Elizabeth helped me to get ready for this trip. And I probably would have forgot something if she didn't. So when you get a chance to have somebody significant in your life, don't forget that they can help. When you have friends around you, they can help. I'm not saying they have the answers any more than you do, but being able to discuss it out loud, sometimes you find a solution to how to measure that board you need to cut, or whatever else is going on in your world. So what I'd really like for you to do is to come and find me. I'm a pretty good helper. And you can find me on Substack, and I'll provide the link for you. You can find me on Facebook. Here I am. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on my campaign site, which is Harris4Senate.com. And I'll try and make a thing or a post or something down there that helps everybody to be on this, to be in it, so that we can do this together. Do you remember, maybe I'm too old, okay, but I do remember when my grandfather needed to repair his old barn, and a bunch of his buds showed up with their saws and hammers and things, and they just helped. And I realize we live in a different world now, but the idea of you using what you've got to help somebody else, because let me ask you a question. Do you think the government's going to do that? Okay, I'm running for the Senate so that I can go and change some of that. But isn't there an old saying that goes, the scariest thing that can be said is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help? Okay. I don't think that has to be true forever. I think that there are people in government who've been dedicated and serving people for their entire lives. In the state of New Hampshire, where I'm running for the U.S. Senate, before I ever ran for the Senate, like 2 years ago, before I was even thinking about it, I ran around to all of the Housing and Urban Development offices, HUD, and I ran around to all the other social services offices for about 3 weeks.